What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my...
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, it was a secret, and for another, I can't read. But it was my master's beloved who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a...
I don't really care what was in it. The point is, I don't have it.
Would you like me to help you look for it?
There's no point now. I've been on the road for 2 days as it is. We'll never make it by tonight.
Do you know where you might have lost it?
I haven't the faintest idea. It must have slipped out somewhere along the way.
You should have been more careful with it. Losing the one thing you're supposed to deliver.
I know. So I forgot to check my bag this... But now it's gone, and I'm...
I have to be going. I hope you find the letter.
Me too.
I'm sorry to hear...
Wait! Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob. I'll say I was at...
Very well then. Defend yourself. Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I am...
Ah!
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 Oh! 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 Fucking hell!
Ah! All right.
Oh, that was rough.
Do you think that's enough?
I definitely. I'm sore all over. Oh, my mouth most of all.
Glad to be of help then. Take care.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Jehorovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this. Miller Boschka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river for at least a week.
Without anyone noticing?
Exactly. And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain round his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him.
That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved. You don't see something like that every day.
You have a kind master, eh, Matt? What's up, Pooch? I just got to...
Are you in charge of the horses around here?
Aye, you got that right, Mura. Me and my stallion Dan have all the horses in the region under our thumb and hoof.
All the horses in the region? What does that entail?
You will see for yourself when you bring me one. I will take any horse, as long as it is alive. Where you get it from is none of my business. I will buy it for all the groschen I can scrounge together.
Well, there's a hefty fine for horse theft. They'd have your head for it in most places.
When the catch post last showed up because of Marika, they ended up leaving with their tails between their legs. This ladder of passage protects us. And when that is not enough, I can just point out the person who... It is always Gajo that bring them, after all. Who is the thief then? Huh?
All right. So I can sell horses here. What else?
And if you just happen to like the horse so much that you would like to keep it, Perhaps because your ass has started to ache from riding the one you have now. I would be happy to teach it to listen to you like a proper Romani man listens to his voivod. For a bit of coin that, of course, you will have to pay me, not the horse. It will certainly be cheaper than buying one from those bastards at the stables.
All right. Where should I take the horse?
By the pennants I have here in the camp. Either I will be standing by them, or my horse Tooth will be looking at them hungrily.
I'll keep that in mind.
Davis Bachtalo, Lachira.
Just like that gadget that Aranka was talking about. Go and see the voivod.
You look to me a lot like the one Aranka was talking about. The voivod will want to talk to you.
Oh,
What are you talking?
you are that chavo from my dream, Jalas Mangesuno. You came to me, a stranger to take on the task that shall unite our familia once again, or divide us forever.
What? What's a chavo? What am I supposed to do?
Go and see the voivod, he will tell you more. God be with you. And wash up a bit. You look awful.
Ha! It's you, Gajo. Aranka's prophecy is coming true.
What?
You come to save our family from this disaster.
Save how? What are you talking about? Slow down and tell me what happened.
How can I slow down, Gajo, when my Shey Marika is gone? My only daughter, gone. Her empty tent is all that is left of her. If Aranka's prophecy is true, you must help me.
What prophecy? By all that's holy.
Miri Romney had vision, and she described a Gajo just like you. She said a stranger coming, not like us, different. And he will help our family, our honor. And I believe her every word. She's never wrong, Shosha.
How can I help you?
How do you think? You must find her and bring her back.
Do you think in that forest maybe something could have...
No, I'm sure. Do not invite evil. Such lava can...
So she disappeared out of the blue?
On my honor as voivod of this camp. One moment she is here, next moment gone. We search for her, but not find. Then Aranka has vision. So we wait for Gajo, who will help us. And now, waiting is over. It's written in stars and how birds fly. I know nothing of such things, but everything Aranka says is true. Will you help me? Will you help her?
I'll help you. I'm sure we'll find her.
Dear God, I know something good will happen the moment when I see you.
But hold on. You have to tell me more about Marika. Where and when did you last see her?
It has been 2 days. We even follow her tracks past her woman's hut and then on towards Apollonia.
You mean Bajena, the herbalist? She didn't advise you?
I do not know the Johani's name, but I know she does not like nomads. She says she don't know anything, and if she know, she will not tell us.
Voivod, I know it's hard to accept, but could your daughter have been...
No,
But
I said
I just...
I am voivod, and that means I'm wisest in all camp. I have letter of safe conduct from the king, guaranteeing safety and freedom for my camp. And when I know something, I know it. Tana?
Where's her tent? Maybe I can find something in there that'll...
We look through everything here. That's Seratu.
Still...
Mishto. But Marika, she sleep under a kind of oilcloth right next to Aranka's shop.
I think I know everything on...
Please. Davis Bachtalor. Lashiriat.
Do you have any idea where Marika might be?
Dear boy, the crystal ball is cloudy. The smoke from the herbs goes with the breeze. And the flight of the birds? No, that cannot be relied on.
Can you really divine things from bird flight?
as sure as my name is Aranka. But wait, there is one thing. Last night I dreamt of a city of rocks.
A city of rocks? What does that mean?
I can only say what I saw, nothing more. But Bacht, sa Stipen.
Can you show me how you...
I don't know. You mean you don't know how to hand out slaps?
Well, I'm not a complete beginner. And I'm not as interested in slaps as I am in swordsmanship and wrestling.
Ah, I see. I could... You know what I mean, right?
I understand. I'll try not to disappoint you. And I'd be grateful if you'd make time for me, Master.
Of course I'll show you what I know. But you can't be stingy, my friend.
I understand. Don't worry. I'll pay you. Are you good with this?
I'm good with everything, my friend.
That doesn't sound bad.
I get it. You just want to cross swords with the face. Let's get... You pig. You got something against washing?
Katarsal, what's up?
I'd like to learn...
Sorry,
My name is Henry, and I've heard in the village that you're a renowned strongman, juggler, and moreover, skilled with a weapon. Is that true?
Depends. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for someone to help me.
What's it about?
Well, it's complicated. But the short version is, a few days ago I barely avoided the gravedigger's shovel. I thought I was done for. That's how badly beaten I was. And now, well, I'm feeling a bit unsure in combat. I'll need to regain my confidence, if you know what I mean.
Aye, that I can do. If what you say is true, I could really help you out, friend. I've been missing a good fighter around here.
What would you like in
Oh, please. I'll do it out of sheer kindness. I don't have anything to do right now anyway. You can pay me next time.
We can start right...
Gladly, but come and see...
I'm looking for Marika, and I heard you know her.
Marika, I do. Why are you...
I promised to help her father, the voivod from the nomads camp. He's worried about her.
Well, you helped me, Henry, so I'll help you. Marika was here with her lover, but he was in rough shape. Blood everywhere.
What? Her lover? What happened?
Aye, with Bohush from Samin. Poor girl, she was terribly afraid of something. I begged them to stay here, said they were in no danger here. But nothing came of it. I went to pick some herbs, and when I came back, they were gone.
Do you know who she was so afraid of?
Everyone, as far as I know. Her own family and the people of Samin.
How come?
Most didn't approve of her relationship with Bohush. Both families took it as an affront to their honor. But that's all I know.
Do you know what happened to them?
Sadly, I don't. Marika was terrified. She didn't want to talk about it at all. And then they were gone.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
Marika told me a few times about a cave chamber in Apollonia, but I've never been there myself.
In Apollonia? That's a long way to go.
At least you can see how scared she was to stay here. I fixed Bohush up the best I could. I hope they made it.
Do you know where exactly it is?
I do. You start from Trotsky and go in the direction where the woodcutters cleared the biggest gap in the forest. The entrance should be somewhere on the right. I remember that, because Marika told me that she sometimes feels just as small, like she's stuck between two big worlds.
Thank you.
Well, that's all I know about her, lad.
All right. Thanks for your help.
Take care.
Jesus.
Siegfried said you might welcome some help.
Aye, and you've come I just bought this fucking animal from Siegfried. He gave me a friend's discount, but I shouldn't have taken that ram even...
Slow down.
As soon as he got a sniff of wolves, he hightailed it out of there.
You think a sheep would stay in the herd?
Aye, exactly. This ram ran off straight into the deepest, darkest forest, and I'm supposed to look for him there at my age. The wolves are said to be in that part of the forest.
Let me guess. You want me to go in there?
A few years ago, I would have gone in there with pleasure and given them a beating. But what can I do now? I'm so old. You're still young. It'll be easy for you.
I'll help you.
Oh, that would be mighty nice of you. That ram is as dumb as a log. But losing even a single sheep would be a shame. There are some clearings not far from here in the woods. If he's still alive...
He'll come with me.
No, but take this carrot. He'll follow you to the ends of the earth for that. Take care.
Here you go. Take it. Don't worry. We're going home. Well?
So, what happened?
I brought that rat.
That's wonderful.
And he almost was, too.
Then you have my admiration.
So I deserve some kind...
Absolutely, absolutely. Here, you have everything I can afford. You got that thorn out of my side. And, if you want to help someone else, then there's Natan hereabouts. Not a name you hear often, eh? Well, not everyone can be called Hans. Now, where was I? Oh, right. Natan's herd grazes to the west of Semi. Farewell, my friend.
Oh no. Someone must have walked this way badly injured. You must be Marika.
I? Did Odette send you? I was hoping he would not find me so quickly. Well, at least he sent you and not my prala. They wouldn't not even bother talking.
Your brothers? Why would they not bother talking?
They take after dead. At least Geza. He's hot-blooded.
The Voivod's worried about you. He sent me to find you.
Worried. Now he worry about me. You don't know anything, do you?
What should I...
Yes, that sounds like Dad.
So tell me what happened.
I ran away. That happened. My father wanted revenge for the insult to his honor. So my prala went after poor Bohush.
Who insulted his honor?
The villagers! When me and Bohush start courting, Dad sent a messenger to village, saying there must be wedding or Bohush will pay.
The voivod himself wanted you to get married.
That is what we do. When a chavo and a chai start something, the chavo, man, must marry the girl.
So you ran away from the wedding?
Well, Bohush would not be against it, but we were in the forest at the time. And his mother and village people laughed at the messenger, sent him back with insults and tortured. Voivod get mad and my prala too. They found poor Bohush to vent their anger. Then left him in the forest. Lucky I found him and took care of him. You probably know the rest.
Why don't you go back and explain it to them?
Once red flows, it is hard to stop the cycle. The people from Samin want to rid of the camp. The voivod would like to punish all those he thinks have disgraced his chai. And he never asked me how it is really. As if men should work it out between themselves, and a girl like me should shut up and wait to see what happens. No, I will not go back alone.
That's not what the voivod told me.
I think he's ashamed how far it has gone. His honor will not let him do anything. He's a hothead sometimes.
What now? You can't hide here forever. Bahush doesn't look too good, either.
He would surely have relief for at least a while if he got something to ease the pain. Can you please go and see my mother at the camp? She might be able to help. She knows herbs.
I think I can help him myself.
You?
Don't worry. I've treated injuries like this before. I've been through a lot.
Well... alright.
He mostly needs clean bandages. And some ointment for the wounds, made from comfrey and marigold. Or a decoction from marigold. That should bring down the fever and help with the healing. You can take this potion. It'll help him.
Oi, Devla. Thank you. I will give it to him right now. But I need amulet from Dad. It is Chohahuno, magical. It protects anyone who wears it around neck. If Dad give it to me, I will come back. With Bohush.
Do you think he'll go for it? If he let your brothers do this to Bahush, why would he help him all of a sudden?
He'd do it for me. If you get the amulet for me, I will reward you. Do not worry, I did not go from home with nothing. But Dad must hand it over willingly, or it will lose its protective power. Best if he bring it to me himself.
Well, I can try, but no promises. It's all pretty tangled up now. How's Bohush doing?
It keeps changing. He is delirious for a while, then he is unconscious. I can only pray to the Blessed Virgin that he will recover.
How is life here?
I cannot complain, except about Bohush's health. We have food to eat, no rain here, and no one can find us. I just miss my family sometimes. But then I remember that I'm here because of them.
What about your family?
I love them and I hate them at the same time. This is all their fault. They talk of freedom, but if you want to go where you want, there will be trouble.
Can you tell me about the nomads?
About how they made a pact with the devil? About how they steal and have no taste for work?
No, I didn't mean...
I know, you fool! If you thought that the same as the people from the village, you would not be here. We are different from them. We are slobodno.
You call this freedom?
Going anywhere you want, not being tied to just one place, dancing and singing as your heart desires, without having to worry that the priest will condemn you. I can talk to God when I want to. I do not need the Pope's blessing for that. We have no kings, judges, or executioners. You only need to... you should honor your family.
I found this scarf in the camp. I think it's yours.
Aye, that's my favorite. Bohush gave it to me. Do not worry, you will be fine again.
Who? What?
God, where is that dog?
Kajazgoro.
I talked to
And where is she?
Not so fast. I have a feeling you didn't tell me the whole story.
Kasmuro. Yes, it is true. It is true. I didn't know if I can trust you completely.
So what really happened?
Marika wants to leave. So, I say she should get married, and they both stay and travel with us. But that boy of hers, he said no. My two Chave, my sons, Tibor and Geza, they decide to avenge family honor. Because they hear all insults, my messenger come back and tell about. So they go to Semin to punish them. Well, at the end, Marika's sweetheart gets stabbed. And before we know it, Marika gone. She's probably with him too.
She wanted to save him.
Tibor and Geza go to look for them. But on the way back, they meet some woodcutters. Oh. And Geza... He has Yaga Lorat like me. He quickly pull out his knife. But it end very badly. Geza get killed. And Tibor get captured. All I get is message that if any one of us go near Semin again, we will end up same way. I had two Chave and one Shai. And now, I have nothing. I'm voivode of camp. But except for Aranka, there is no more of my clan here. Just nomads from other places.
Tibor and Geza, did they go to avenge your honor of their own accord? Or did someone send them?
Well,
Yes?
if you could hear the insults they hurled at us. They called us dog-eaters and hitans. They said Marika was unclean. And whoever touched her would die within a year.
So you sent them?
Not exactly. But Tibor and Geza, see how angry I am, and take it on themselves. But no one can insult my family.
The message that your messenger came back from Semin with, that wasn't from Bohush.
No?
It was from his mother. Bohush didn't know anything about it.
It is still his familia. Blood like blood. They stain our honor. The whole village hate me.
Well, I understand, but poor Bohush.
What about my shire? What about my family?
What do you mean, if you can trust me? What about all that talk about a prophecy?
I said I trust Aranka, and that you will save our camp. But I need Marika for that. I made very sure I did not lie to...
But you were leading me by the nose a bit.
I'm voivode, not saint.
Why didn't you tell me everything right?
What did you want to hear? That my whole family is destroyed? That my daughter may be run off with a village gajo? I do not say kada to everyone. I still have my pativ.
Well, what now? Marika's not coming back alone. She loves Bohush, who's 1 foot in the grave. And she's afraid you'd do something to him here. And that's why she wants you to give her an amulet to protect them.
Amulet? My amulet? She cannot be serious. I cannot just... My family is in ruins. I thought... You already know everything. You can help me, please. Rescue Tibor from the village. Do not let me lose another son. And we must give Geza a proper funeral, our way, so his soul can finally rest. Aranka can tell you more about that, or Tibor himself. Please, I will repay you. Help my family, and we will talk about the amulet. Te aveți bahtalo, more.
You're Franzi, right?
Yeah, do I know you?
You probably don't remember me, but I was in Gules's camp with Lord Semin.
Oh, I see. That wasn't one of my best days.
What in God's name are you doing here? I thought you'd end up in a noose.
Well, Benson met his end. Not me. Lord Semin understood I was innocent. Mostly. They even gave me a job here. I'm living quite well, actually. Got a roof over my head, a bit of grub.
Even meet sometimes on a Sunday.
You've got the luck of the devil.
I'm used to it by now. Happens to me all the time. Either got a guardian angel.
Most likely the latter. I think angels have better folk to look out for.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I see you managed to wriggle out of things.
What? You mean my youthful folly with girls? Aye, I suppose.
I found a crossbow.
Good for you. But what's it to do with me?
Well,
Enjoy it then. They never let me keep it anyway. So at least it'll be put to some use.
I put in a good word for the pair of you.
Oh,
You've not...
I don't know what else I can tell.
Anyway,
See you later. Get out of here.
I hear there's some captive nomad here from the camp by the pond.
I heard about it. Seems the saddler's hands hauled him off somewhere. Probably to his place on the edge of the village. That's all I know. I want no part in that sort. See you later, my friend.
What about the nomads by the pond? How are you getting along with them?
We tolerate them, but they're up to all kinds of evil. At first they pretended to be friendly, but then they stabbed poor Bohush nearly to death. Folk went to show them what's what, but they ran into the Cumans. You don't want to mess with that lot. See you later, my friend. Greetings. Greetings. What do you need?
What do you... I'd like to do...
Hmm.
Do you accept...
We're nearly... Fine. Thanks. And have a nice day, friend.
Do you know something about a nomad who's held captive somewhere around here?
What's it to you? Mine and a word of advice for you. Don't try anything. My fellas are keeping a close eye on him. How can I help you?
What do you think of those nomads in the camp by the pond?
Folk don't like them here. As long as they were just noisy and messy, it was fine. But then they got into a fight over that girl of theirs. The bastards pulled out their knives and the worst almost happened. Lord Semin should finally get rid of this rabble.
Would you repair...
Christ, pardon me.
I'd like to...
Sure.
What would you...
Well... Aye. Great. Come back anytime, friend.
I'm looking for a Tibor. A nomad who's been... Would you know anything about...
Oh, aye. A filthy tramp from that devil's camp by the pond. One of them that killed poor Bohush. We've got that wretch from that infernal camp tied up in the barn.
Won't you let him go?
Are you mad? Why the fuck would we do that?
Either you let him go now, or I'll turn this place into firewood.
Fucking hell! Leave me alone, you maniac! Hey! Help! Guards!
Hey, what? Untie me, please. Sijar, let's get out of here. Follow me.
I'll find you, don't you worry.
It was you! Surrender now!
What the...
Easy now! I surrender!
I've got...
I don't know what your...
All right, I'll pay.
Very well.
And don't let it happen. Right, out you go! I'll be
Shit on his
watching
hands
you.
and don't give him any water! Fucking thief!
Amaro. That was something. The last time I ran that fast was when I was a kid and a villager said his recon and Palikeraf. Thank you, Amaro. Who are you anyway? Now we have finally got time for introductions.
I'm Henry. The Voivod sent me to rescue you.
So, you know I am Tibor then? I am in your debt, Amalo. I expect many things, but not getting rescued by a gajo.
Don't mention it. The Voivod wants to bury Geza.
Did you talk to Edda about it?
Not yet.
She must come to stay with him, Vartinel. The two of us can at least get it ready. We just need to bring Geza to his favorite spot.
But you must tell me what happened to the poor fella.
Alas, Geza. I will have that picture before my eyes as long as I shall live. He was a Delino sometimes, but I loved him still. We were walking through the woods when they jump us. Geza think they come to avenge Bohush. He stepped one of them and the rest of them beat him to death with whatever is at hand.
I need to know where it happened, so I can bring him back.
A bit to the east of the village, in the woods by the woodcutter's camp. Then they dragged Miropral away and tied him to a tree. As a warning they say, fucking war sons.
Do you know where his favorite place is?
Yes, we went there together often. There is a shukar view of the woods and a cliff above babbling stream. Just go west along the rocks from the woodcutters, about 200 paces, always along the edge. There is a nice clearing there. I will go ahead and wait for you. I will dig a hole while
I think I know what...
I will meet you in the clearing. I will wait there until you bring Geza's body.
I know where Marika is. I talked to her. She's taking care of Bahush. Geza messed him up badly.
I am sorry to hear that. The important thing is that nothing happened to Marika. That girl is more capable than many Mursha. Mi tu ta vel bacht, te sastipen.
Greetings to you.
You've got the body of a dead nomad here.
Makes for a nice tree decoration, don't you think? No tears shed over that bugger. He started it.
Why did you tie him to the tree? He's not running away now.
We left him there for the crows. That scum don't deserve a burial.
What exactly happened here?
Nothing special. We ran into these two fellas out here in the woods, and one of them pulled a knife on us right off. We're lucky none of us ended up gutted, although he managed to cut up one of ours pretty bad before we took him down. We caught the other fella. The folks from Semin took him. They said them two had already stabbed someone there, too.
I'd like to bury him.
What? Forget it. Them heathens from down by the pond sent you, am I right?
Don't you know that when one of those people dies a violent death, his spirit always comes back to roam the countryside? You wouldn't want this place to be haunted, would you, friend?
Haunted, eh?
And his mother is a mighty witch. I wouldn't mess with her if I was you.
Shit, that didn't occur to me. We certainly don't want anything like that here. Take him as far away from here as you can.
That'll be Gazer. They really gave him a going over. Ugh! You're as heavy as a sack of rocks.
Geza, you did not deserve this. Henry, put him in the grave here.
Here I am. Poor Gazer almost broke my back.
Thank you for your help, Henry. I hope the woodcutters did not come.
Well,
I am glad to hear. Anyway, my family is not here yet. I must come to Vartinel.
should I go to the camp to get her and the voivod?
No, I will go and get them myself. You have done more than enough for us already. And I have to bring something from camp. We must bury him with his favorite possession. That is the only way he will remain in the next world and not want to return. You stay here with him and wait until I come back with the others.
I, Henry, thank you for saving Tibor. And that we can bury poor Geza properly now.
Palikerau Ternogajo, you who will finally unite our familia. Now come with us to escort Geza on his last journey. Devla amaro, sosal pro opiren, pošvestin pestironau, autiro tagaripen, mejelauka sartukames, pro pripen aukate prepuf. Omaro amaro de amen adagives, od mugamenge amare bini, sarte umalidia amen, androbini, tirohin od hagaripen, tozor, Toaż dupinen, Andresa berszkaj avena.
Amen.
Amen.
Outliving your chave is a terrible thing. It is even worse when you cannot bury them.
Thank you, Henry. We will never forget this. If someone touches you, I whip them like a cur.
Thank you, voivod. I'm glad we could give your son a decent burial.
From now on, I consider you my gajo pral. Brother, if you ever need anything, come to me. I will share all I know with you, and if you ever need a place to stay at our camp, I am sure Geza would not mind you sleeping in his place.
And I will keep my word and tell you how things are with the amulet. But let us now give Geza some peace. Come to our camp. We talk. Henry, the thing is, I cannot give you the amulet.
Not even now? After I did everything you asked from me?
Ashta, hold on. It is Chuhajuno, and its power protects me. And Marika knows well that I'm trapped without it.
What do you mean, trapped? What kind of game is this?
This is no game, Gajo. Marika stole the letter from me.
What letter?
One from Emperor Sigismund himself. Before you start cursing the ginger folks, you should know he was good Hungarian king before he came to fuck with Bohemia. Back then, he defended Hungary from the Turks, and I fought with him. We had a whole company of Roma warriors, armed to teeth. I led them. For our help, Sigismund gave us letter of safe conduct that give us freedom to travel and protection from the law.
So you're not subject to any lord?
Just so. He give us freedom to travel the world and judge our own people by our own laws. With the letter, we are free people. Without, we are like beasts to be hunted. They can put us in pillory, drive us out of town. Anyone can do what they like to us.
I can see where this is going.
That piece of parchment make us people. Without it, we are nothing. The rest of the camp doesn't know yet, and they must not find out.
But what's that got to do with Marika?
It seems, when she ran off, she take letter with her as a guarantee, or to blackmail me when she needs something. But by taking letter, she put us all in danger, me and all camp. And if I give up amulet too, it is my end. Bring me back letter from Marika. When I have it, and amulet here in my hands, I will forgive her. She can come back then.
It happens. Watch where you're going next time.
Tell me something about your
That is the voivod, the finest example of honor and tradition. A mother can do magic and divination, and Marika, she always felt trapped by our camp. She is more like you. She wants to settle down, start a family, and not travel ever again. I say, let her do what she wants, but tell that to father. And Geza, my brother, he was the opposite of Marika. A hothead who would take everything seriously and pull a dagger on anyone who poked fun at him.
Haven't you ever thought about trying to live like other people? Settle down and that?
No way! We're free people, not anybody's serfs or subjects. If we're not treated well somewhere, we simply go somewhere else.
What can you tell me about your camp?
It is my home, wherever it happens to be. Although, I rather spend my time in the woods than sitting by the campfire.
You said you'd...
Indeed, it is. Apart from...
Sounds good. Maybe I could use some tips on fish.
Watch out. As I said, it is also so. Pay...
I'd love to. Teach me to...
If you know so.
I'd love to...
I'd
love to hear some tips.
I would love to, Henry.
You can't be here.
The other shepherd said you might need some help. Did you lose a sheep or something?
Aye, I did. It used to be a sheep would wander off and get lost in the woods sometimes, but now it's different. Now, several of them get lost all at once, and I never find them again.
Do you think wolves are behind it?
Well, that's what's so mysterious. I never found no...
I find it strange they just disappear.
You're not the only one. I found a pool of blood and a sheep's ear nearby, but no sign of the animals. It's almost like someone ate them whole, only they didn't like that ear.
Well, I'm a bit of an expert when it comes...
Well, that'd be bloody nice of you. I can't even get a wink of sleep over it.
Where can I find that place with the...
Not far from here, over by the crossroads. Just please be careful. It could be a... well...
That wouldn't be good. I'm no monster slayer.
If it is a werewolf, just turn tail and come back. We'll get a group of fellas together and go and sort it out. Pitchforks, torches, holy water and all that. I just don't want to cause a panic before we know what we're...
So you're sending me in as bait?
You look like someone who doesn't scare easy and knows how to fight, unlike me. I reckon you can handle it.
All right then. But what if it turns out they're just ordinary wolves?
Then you can bring me their ears and I'll reward you. Take care.
That's it. Go now.
A broken arrow. Could it be our werewolf hunts sheep with a bow? I wonder if Mutt will be able to track him down.
Here, Mutt. Search.
Blood. This must be the trail I'm looking for. The trail continues along the path.
Hey, that's enough. You're...
I'll get you! We're on... Oh!
Nice try, you whore son.
Alert! Alert!
Enough! I give up!
This must be Nathan's stolen sheep. This was no werewolf, just some ordinary bandits.
Here, Mutt.
Well, I solved the mystery.
Really?
There were some bandits camping in the forest. Ordinary men. No werewolves.
Bloody hell. What did you do with them? I hope they'll leave me alone now.
I just wanted to talk, but they wouldn't listen to reason. So I cut them down.
Christ almighty. Slaughtering folks over a few sheep. Though I reckon if I lost any more sheep, then folks from the village would kill me.
Well, they could have just left. Or stopped stealing.
Aye, I suppose you're right. You deserve a reward anyway. Here it is.
Thanks.
Oh, and if you want to sell those ears to someone, the hunter will buy them. Farewell.
Fuck. Wolves.
Infernal beast, the wolves must have smelled rot and tried to get in. At first I managed to chase them away with fire, but they got used to it and just waited for me to go out.
You were lucky they didn't get to you. I got rid of them.
Palikerav, you are my guardian angel.
The Voivod sent me to get his letter of safe conduct.
He sent you to get his precious parchment, but he does not care how his daughter is? Devla! So you know that is the very reason why I run away from there. It is all honor this, honor that, but people? They not important. When they nearly kill my Bohush, only because he's Gajo, we have to flee in case they decide to finish what they start. If I did not take that letter, the Voivod would say next day he never have any chai.
I think you're being unfair to him. He cares about you.
Then why does he not show it? He is selfish. He think only of himself. I cannot give him that letter. It is my only guarantee that Voivod will not leave Bohush to die. If the magic amulet does not help Bohush, nothing will.
How come you didn't take the amulet instead of the letter?
Because that does not take it off even when he sleep. But he keep letter in his trunk. If you give me your word that you will not give letter to Voivod, but try to swap it for amulet, I will tell you where it is.
I can't really promise you something.
That Bohush is lost and me too. And what did the Voivod offer you? A horse? Gold? What is the price of your honor that you do not help a girl who is in trouble? Good back, Sastipen. You cut me!
Who? What?
You have a kind master, eh?
Greetings.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some. If you ever fight here again, I'll drag you out by the ear myself. Got that?
Me? I made an effort. It was capon.
Aye, birds of a feather. Even in the pillory you were like a pair of turtle doves together. Down to business. I don't have all day for you, so what do you...
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you.
I'd like to ask you about that herb. What do you know about this apparition?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He comes running into the village that night all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Apollonia.
How do I get to the...
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist, you go through Apollonia, along the path below the rocks, till you reach the point where it crosses the stream. And from there, you take the path uphill to the left, leading into the rocks.
Who's this hermit?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
Well, Bashka the butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
I came to apologise for the fight that me and Lord Capon started. If we caused any damages, I'll take care of them.
You've served your penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't forget about the stocks anytime soon either, eh? So we're square. If you want to help me out, though, I do know something you could do. There's a group of humans at the table over there, and they want some food, but, well, I don't know. I'm scared of them.
Should I kick them out?
No, a guest's a guest, and coin's coin, but do you think you could serve them for me? Better to have a fella deal with them.
What are humans doing in Troskovitz, anyway?
Beats me. I reckon Sigismund sent them.
But if that was the case, he'd order them to pillage and murder, not sit around in a tavern.
Look, all I know is that they're sitting in my yard, are hungry, and have a pile of groschen that I could really use.
All right. But I'm not sure I'll understand them.
You'll manage. One of them speaks our language. But be quick about it. They're starting to make the locals nervous. Wojtek at the next table looks like he's about to pounce on them. And no more fighting. I want this to go smoothly. Christ, pardon me.
Bastards. Someone should kick them.
The innkeeper said you wanted...
Exactly. We do not want much. Just some bread and something beside. Maybe a bit of sausage.
Do you have money?
We have, and we pay for everything. On my name, not Voshko.
My thoughts exactly. Like we should be living in fear for our women, you know. You rich swine. You think you own the place, do you?
Why the hell do they pour the beer on the table?
It happened! Really just watch where you're going next time.
Here you go.
Thank you. I afraid we leave. Ahesh. Without food.
Korva, why are you even talking to them? They can go to hell.
How come you speak our language, sir?
From mother. It is long, entertaining story. Maybe I tell another time. Now we just want to eat.
I wish you good appetite.
Thanks, friend.
I wouldn't exactly say friend.
Mit mondod? Jó vágyót kívánok nekünk.
Remélem nem mérgezte meg. You should get the fuck out of here. You hear me, you Hungarian pork sausage?
Easy, fella. They just want to eat their food in peace and leave.
You seem very sure about that. Last time you got into a brawl here yourself, and now you're going to preach to us about peace? Oh shit, I say we smash their teeth in and be done with it.
Do you want to make a fool of yourself? You'd cry like a little girl after these warriors break every bone in your body.
Last time the only one crying was you, when you had shit thrown at you in the stocks. So stop acting tough and... Do I make myself clear, you cunt? Out, now!
Jobb, ha megyünk, vagy leütöm. All right!
Picture! What did you just say? Fuck that shit! Hey, where do you think you're going? Did you really just spit on me, you scum?
Did not mean it. We go too far.
And who's gonna pay?
We no eat anything. You take food back.
So our food ain't the gentleman's taste, eh? Maybe they'd rather wear it on their heads instead. What about you, lad? Will you help us kick these pigs out of here?
Leave them alone.
You're defending those horse fuckers. Birds of a feather, eh?
You don't even know who they are.
You think I don't? They're fucking humans. They burn and pillage every village they come across, and you're standing up for them. You fucking traitor. Leave him alone!
Nice strike! I'll rip your arse off!
Shit!
Derli!
Oh. Shit.
How are you doing?
Friend Benley. Thanks, friend. I not expect. No worry, we repay you. Come to our camp. We will drink.
Thanks for the invitation, but I have to take care of some things first. Where can I find you later?
We make tents right under big rock on bank of pond. People call it tower or something.
All right.
We sound like that.
I hope nothing's missing. Oh. No, I have everything.
Good day.
That's a lot of blood.
I spoke to Bozhena and gave her your message.
What did she say?
You can take the dagger from under your pillow. She agreed to make peace. At least.
She won't forgive me, just as I won't forgive her. But chasing after revenge is pointless. Thank you for delivering. Take care, friend.
I heard something happened to Ambrose the Hermit.
Too right.
He sends everyone packing right away. He's changed a lot.
I hear Ambrose the Hermit has some old sword.
That's right. But I haven't seen it in his hut for a few years. Most likely he sold it.
What do you know about this diabolic...
Christ have mercy. I want nothing to do with that. Farewell.
I hear another apparition was seen by the cross a few days...
Well, the cross was askew, aye. But you'll have to ask Gerda what she saw there.
I heard that Stanislav saw an apparition at the rocks. Is that true?
Aye. There's been strange goings on there the last few days.
Ah, well.
Good afternoon.
Would you like...
What game?
Now how about...
Let's...
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time. Maybe you should have saved it. Excellent! And the money goes to me. It was close, but...
Good day to you.
I'd like to ask...
No, I don't want...
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll get to the bottom of this...
Really? You're not going to laugh at me like all the
I
others?
believe you really did see something. But I want to know what it really was.
So, what do you want me to tell you?
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rocks. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tachov. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized I didn't have my knife.
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground in front of me. He was all in black and he was grinding his teeth. I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound and I just turned and scarpered.
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was like the devil and heading straight to Apollonia.
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of some innocent's death. They say some years ago, a young fella killed himself on account of an unhappy love affair. He jumped from a cliff.
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle?
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it. I didn't go back. I can't.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's going to make fun of you anymore. I'll find out what it was all about and what you really saw there.
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear. Everything will get cleared up soon.
Thank you. By all the saints, thank you. But please, come and tell me how it turned out. I'll make it worth your while.
Greetings.
Aw, you poo.
Tell them to fuck off, the pricks. They have no business.
What are you on about? Haven't you had enough?
Shut up! You really fucked up this time. You're a damn traitor. Now those fuckers will come back at night and slit our throats in our sleep.
How dare you? I'm on the side of King Wenceslas.
Ha! If you're one of us, prove it. Take care of those Cuban pigs, and things will be settled between us.
What do you mean, take care?
What do you think? Just make sure they never come back here again.
Don't you think you're going too far?
Either you're with us, or you're against us. Your choice. Don't come back until you've dealt with them.
Hey! You can't just walk around here without permission.
Oh, it's just you. Huh?
Good. Don't come back till you've learned your manners.
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret. Fresh soil. Someone was digging here. He didn't take either the coin or the books. So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
Christ, can't you wash up before...
I hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Ah, you're that wolf hunter, Henry, aren't you?
Yeah. This time I need something from you. What about that apparition? Tell me.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
I think I did quite a lot for you and your girls, didn't I?
Eh, what? What girl?
I mean the sheep.
Aha, right. That business with the ram. Thanks again for that. What can I do for you? What did you want to...
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into Apollonia. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that a couple of times at the crossroads, and then darted off into the rocks. To the hermit's place, I'm sure.
He turned this way and that? That's strange. Would the devil not know the way?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door and sold his soul to the devil. And that was the horseman.
Why? Why would the old man have sold his soul to the devil and then kept living as a pauper in his hut?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Some devilish trickery for sure. Farewell, and take a bath, for goodness sake. Huh?
That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
An ugly old nag.
horse. What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here.
Be careful with that scythe.
God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. Go away.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming here and disturbing me. Can't I have a moment's peace?
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy, hermit.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. They say you've made a pact with the devil, and are summoning demons from hell.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such nonsense?
Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense?
Of course it is.
The apparition was seen by the conciliatory cross at night.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic that Hellspawn was wielding. It was a shovel. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross back in the right position.
By all the saints! So someone was digging there. What has that to do with me?
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. It's clear that the man doing the digging hid it there, maybe to cover up who he really is. And what he's planning.
I still don't know what you want from me. What have I got to do with some cloak?
The man who took things from the hiding place can't have been some chance thief, because he left a purse full of coin there.
So keep the groschen, lad, and stop pestering me. It's nothing to do with me.
I found some pretty interesting documents of the Order.
I don't know what you're talking.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know anything about any documents.
A few nights ago, a herdsboy saw a black horseman ride into Apollonia. He thought it was an apparition, but I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia and wouldn't have spun round and round at the crossroads like a top.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse stabled in a pen here. In the woods below the rocks. A well-fed, healthy horse. Black as charcoal. The man who rode on it wasn't an apparition. Or the devil.
Why are you telling me all this? For God's sake! Stop this nonsense right now.
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things going on around you for me to tell the bailiff. But you're in luck. All I'm after is that broken sword. So, come clean.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me.
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died some time ago. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
What are you doing in the hermit's hut then?
In Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the only person who could help me. That's why I came to see him.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people round these parts was you.
That was not my intention, believe me.
Ambrose is dead, you say? How did it happen?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door when I found him.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not! Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member of the Order, and an outstanding teacher.
Ambrose was a member of your order?
More than a member. He was the Seneschal, second in rank only to the Grand Master. He served the Order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague chapter and the Inquisition. Then he had to disappear. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late. All he managed to tell me was his last wish.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskovitz that night. What were you doing there?
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from his past.
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them. So what did he send you to get?
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead. I put the blade on his grave, in place of a cross.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave? Will you tell me where I can find it?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all. It's no use to him now.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is, if you fulfill Ambrose's last wish instead of me. I can't do it.
All right. What am I supposed to do?
Listen carefully, then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her, and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini.
And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, pray for us, O Holy Mother. Good day.
This might seem strange, but I'm supposed to give you this.
A cross? Mother of God, what's the meaning of this?
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what he deserves.
Ambrose? The hermit?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the message. He said you'd know what it's about.
Oh my God! By all that's holy, it couldn't possibly be him. All those years, I'd lost hope. I never forgave myself. I committed a mortal sin.
Well, I don't know what you did. But this is supposed to be your absolution.
No, there's no absolution. Not yet. You said it yourself. Not until Ambrose's brother gets what he deserves. The bones. They still lie there outside the wall. Help me. His soul must find peace.
All right. I'll help you. But you'll have to tell me more.
Thank you, lad. Thank you. I'll tell you everything. It's a curse. I've never told anyone about it. And it's a good thing you caught me here. At the graveyard.
What does the graveyard have to do with absolution?
Hold on. Not so fast. I'll tell you everything. First, tell me... Are you afraid of the dead?
It's the living I'm more afraid of than the dead.
One should fear the dead. But in the end, it's probably a good thing that you have no fear. You see, one poor soul is waiting for redemption. For years and years.
Ah, I get it now. Ambrose's brother has to get what he deserves. This is about the soul of Ambrose's brother.
His name was Jan. He lies outside the graveyard wall, buried without rites. He's been there for 30 years.
Why doesn't he have a proper grave?
Because suicides can't enter the kingdom of heaven. They have to be buried outside the walls, like the unclean. The worst thing about it is that Jan didn't kill himself. He didn't deserve such a dishonourable burial, and it's my fault. I said nothing.
What happened to him?
The memories are painful. We were childhood friends, and Jan loved me. Only I chose his friend Vashek over him. He couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay in wait for Vashek one evening.
And Vashek killed him?
It was an accident. They quarrelled. Jan drew his sword first, and Vashek had to defend himself. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge while they were fighting, and Jan fell. When they found his body at the bottom of the cliff, people thought he'd killed himself. The only one who didn't believe it was Jan's brother.
Did you see it? Were you there?
No, but I believed my Vashek. He would never have lied to me. It pained him till the day he died, and he lived in fear of Jan's brother creeping up behind him one day and taking his revenge. In the end, that fear ate him up from inside.
Why didn't Ambrose avenge his brother Jan's death? He must have realised that you two were involved in it.
He went away to Prague and joined an order of knights. He didn't want revenge, most likely. He let us live in peace.
But then he came back and became a hermit in Apollonia. It never occurred to you that it was him?
No. His name was Adam before, but he changed it to Ambrose. Besides, he got old, and I don't go to the cliffs much.
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apparition. That's to commemorate Jan.
His brother Ambrose had it built there. And those diabolical apparitions. It's my fault for saying nothing. God is punishing me for my sins.
Nonsense. God wouldn't use a diabolical apparition to scare you, would he? And what's more, Ambrose forgave you, didn't he?
Only on the condition that Jan's bones will be laid to rest in consecrated ground. Help me lay him to rest in a proper grave, please.
But without telling the priest and gravedigger. Isn't that sacrilege?
That's the only way we can put right a terrible mistake. Jan didn't kill himself.
All right. We'll give him a proper burial. Jan's soul has the right to eternal rest.
Thank you. The Lord will pay you back 100-fold. There's a rose bush outside the graveyard wall. You'll find his bones beneath it. Please bury him beside my Vashek. Here, beneath the pine tree. In that way they'll be reconciled at least in death. Then place Ambrose's cross on his grave to bless their reconciliation. It was good to see you, my friend.
Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in peace. I don't know much about prayer in these situations, but... Our Father, there are many sinners in this world, but in the end we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do. So forgive me this little sacrilege. You know better than anyone that it was the right thing to do. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven, and deliver us from evil. Amen. Ambrose's brother Jan got what he deserved, just as the hermit wanted.
I saw that. May his soul find peace at last.
And yours too, Margaret.
30 years. I thought about it every day.
It's all right now. You did the right thing. Everything else is beyond the law of man.
I'd like to reward you somehow.
I expect you wouldn't want anyone to hear about it.
Well, if you... Will you keep it to yourself?
All right. I'll accept the coin, and that'll be the end of it.
Thank you again. God be with you, Henry. It was good to see you, my friend.
Help me.
Santa Maria, Mater Dei. Ora pro nobis peccatoribus.
My
Nunc
God.
et in hora mortis
Please.
nostrae.
Please.
I'm sorry. What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klesgen. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
Why should I get me?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad's attention. That's all. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
Did Conrad really want to flee?
Yes. We stopped him at the last moment. He almost got away, but we surrounded him.
You're a knight of an order?
Yes. I am Brother Arnold, a knight of the cross with the red star. And these are brothers Sibald and Nicholas. You are too late to make the acquaintance of Brother Klesgen, I'm afraid. We take care of the sick in infirmaries throughout the land. But we can't help our brother. You have to help us, while there's still time.
This is your business.
Mary, Mother of God. Of course! Why else would you be here? Damn it! I should have known!
You think you can threaten?
You're making a fake dead man.
He's got a dog!
Damn it! What was that all about?
I think I owe you an explanation.
Yeah, you're right. Let's hear it then.
And what is it you want to hear from me?
Why were they trying to kill you?
I had proof that our Grand Master's Denyek had betrayed the Order, was conspiring with the Prague chapter. But it was turned against me. Damned Inquisition. First they chased out Ambrose, and now me.
Where can I find Ambrose's broken sword?
It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there are 2 entangled birch trees. There's a grave beneath them, and the sword is on the grave.
That's all I need to know.
And that's an end to it. This is in return for your silence.
Thank you. I won't say a word. Don't worry.
Farewell, friend. Go with God. Benedictio Dominis.
Where's the hermit's grave? It ought to be somewhere around here. Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, there's hardly a trace of rust.
What do you want? You speak up or get lost.
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What? Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, Blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what... See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first. Fucking steel.
Kurva. Burning it. Well, this one's gonna need some more work. Good. That looks finished.
What can I do for you?
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of steel. Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help, but now there's something I need from you.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a lot of people stuffing their faces. You can find that anywhere.
I have my reasons, and you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.
What's new around?
I don't know, but it's all been